me. You understand when some things can save your life and you don't even know how or why? I don't know how I ended up there. I think the Creator made sure I made that path, because being there changed my life. Now I could believe in something bigger than just dying for my barrio. You understand? Just dying for a piece of land that we didn't own. Just dying for heroin because I wanted to use all the heroin in the world so I could die. Now I wanted to live, you understand? Now I wanted to embrace who I was. And there was these gente, these movimiento, these revolutionaries out there fighting against the war, fighting for our education, fighting for our housing. And it changed my life. And if it can change a street lost kid, it can change anybody. But what people don't know is I was one of the first persons arrested in the Chicano moratorium, beaten down by the sheriffs, one of the first people, put in the juvenile hall and then taken from there and taken to the Hall of Justice jail. Well, people don't know that 44 years ago, they were gonna charge me for the murders of people that died during the Chicano moratorium. I was on murder's row right next to Charles Manson. They had me in there and they say three people died, including Ruben Salazar. And they were gonna charge us cholos, the cholillos, that they got, a half a dozen of us sitting there. And they were gonna charge us for these murders, you understand? That's the world that we were in. I was 16 years old in an adult facility. Who cares? If I got my throat cut that night, who would care? I learned politics the hard way, getting my head bashed in, seeing the injustices. They cared more for Charles Manson. They protected Charles Manson, and they didn't give a nothing for Luis Rodriguez. You understand what I'm saying? That's the reality I saw. And I saw what they brought in, all the people they arrested, and the arms that were broken and beaten in the county jail. And I saw the injustice, and it woke me up. And for 40 years since then, I've been fighting that injustice. For 40 years, I've been taking this on any way I can. But I will tell you one thing. It's not just going to be me and not just going to be us. It's going to be all of us. Every one of us is going to fight now. It's not just going to be our gente, because we have to unite with our African-American brothers. We have to unite with our Asian brothers, with our LGBT community, with our bright brothers. We have to unite with anybody who wants to change this world, to unite the environmental struggle, to unite the poverty, anti-poverty struggle, to unite the social justice struggle, and to unite the struggles for peace out of this land and in our land. And I just want to emphasize again, we all belong here. How we got here has a lot of historical, interesting things. Some came as slaves, some came as immigrants, some came as conquerors, and then some people are already here, the original people. But guess what? Now we're all here together. And however we came here, we have to look at each other and say, now we have a duty to make this place that free, just, and democratic and cooperative society we need, so that our children are fed, so nobody has to die by the hands of police, so nobody has to die because they're hungry. Is that the world you want? So we have to do what we can to make sure that we imagine a world, and then we do everything we can to organize for it. So I just want to say, gracias, thank you. I want to tell the little story about my involvement. 44 years ago, I was in the Chicano moratorium. It changed my life, and I hope this moment changes the lives of many of you, so we can keep organizing, keep struggling. And I'm going to be up and down the state, and I'm going to come back to Oakland. I'm going to come back to the Bay Area, because we have got to keep working together. I want to invite you all, if you're interested, to talk to me. I also want to introduce my son, Ramiro Rodriguez. He's part of Always Running. Everybody knows him from my book. He did a total of 15 years in prison, held by the system, controlled by the system, but he survived it. He's strong, he's a Mexico warrior, and he's still out there doing the work. So they didn't break him down, they didn't knock him down. Now he's crime-free, gang-free, and drug-free, and I'm very proud of my son Ramiro, and I'm glad that he's working with us as we move to change. And I also wanted to introduce my two other sons, who are 26 and 20. They're walking around here. I got my 3 sons here today. It's beautiful when you can live that long and say, I have my 3 sons. And I wish I had my daughter here, and I wish I had my 5 grandkids and my great-grandson. But they're here anyway, because family is everything, and we're going to fight for our family. So I want to make sure you knew that, and I also wanted to let you know that if you're interested, you can talk to me. Ramiro will be here for just a little bit longer. Is October 18, we're going to create a statewide network for revolutionary change. We're going to do it in Salinas, and just like the police had killed Michael Brown in Ferguson. They killed Eric Garner in New York. They killed Izzo Ford in South Central. They killed Andy Lopez in Santa Rosa and Alex Nieto in San Francisco. We can have a litany. Oscar Grant in Oakland. They killed 4 farm workers in Salinas since March. The police have killed 4 farm workers in Salinas. So we're going to have a gathering there in Salinas. We're going to meet with the leaders there. We're going to invite you all who can be there to let us know. If you're interested, people just come. We're going to have room. We're going to talk about strategy, vision, a new world, and a new state. So if you're interested, October 18, please contact us as long as we're here. But I want to thank you. Gracias a todos. Lots of kamati. Let's keep celebrating, but let's keep organizing. Let's keep fighting, and let's keep uniting. Gracias a todos.
Love a revolution for the life that I lead. Es por eso que yo. What's up, what's up, what's up?